It's Phoenix girl. I make him toast her.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute. Lord, I don't even know where to start. Like, for the past couple of weeks, like I've been going through a lot, and it's just that I needed a break. I needed to gather my thoughts. I needed like to calm down and just, like I needed that. I needed comfort, like, I'm so emotional. I'm an emotional person. So yeah, like I was just going through a lot, and at that time I felt like nobody was there. Nobody was listening to me, and I just felt like I was in it alone. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I felt like I couldn't turn to anybody. Like I'm that type of person that like likes to keep everything inside. Like I will help other people, but I won't like, when it comes to myself, I won't like tell people my problems. So that's just me. Like I just can't do it. So yeah, on New Year's Eve, yeah, so my mom was like, "Oh, we're going to church overnight. We have like, yeah, so like overnight is like when you go to church at night, and all you guys basically do is praise, worship, and and just listen to the good word, like good news. You know what I mean? So that's what they had, and I was like, look, I'm invited somewhere else for New Year's kind of thing. So she was like, what is it gonna be like? Is it gonna be at a church or like a gathering, or was it a house thing? I was like, no, it's not. My mates booked a house, so they had a house for like 3 days to celebrate the New Year. So yeah, so I told her that, and then she was like, okay. So she was like, you gotta pray before you leave the house or whatever. You gotta just cover yourself in the blood of Jesus. So I was like, yeah. Of course I didn't. So I got to the house, and as I walked in, there's a girl that came up to me, right? So I walked in straight to the room where there was a mirror, because I like to check myself out a lot. Like I check myself out a lot. So yeah, so she came after me, and she was like, hi. She introduced herself, and I was like, yeah, I'm Winnie Henry. And she was like, yeah, because you look familiar, I've heard of you, this is that. I was like, she looks kind of familiar, because I've heard of her too. She's a dope ass female artist. Like, she's dope. So I'm gonna leave her SoundCloud below as well. She's a dope artist, and I've heard her, her rap before, and I was like, damn, shit, you killing the game. So yeah, so she came up to me, we were talking and everything, and she was asking me, do you know this person, did that person? I was like, yo, I know them. They're from the hood. He was like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I know them, they're my people. So yeah, we got to know each other, and little did I know that I was in for a surprise, you know what I mean? Like, I was really in for a surprise. Like, we were just talking and everything, so we introduced ourselves. We kind of have mutual friends, kind of knew same people, whatever. And like, I said that I knew someone that had the same name as me. Yes, her name was Winnie as well. So I was like, yeah, I know that other Winnie as well. She was like, no way. Oh my God, that's my friend's cousin. So she went out of the room just jumping around with joy. When I got her friend, and her friend came in the room, she just hugged me. We started talking, like, how do you know this person's that? Like, oh, we go way back. We're just having a normal conversation. Mind you, I don't know these girls. Like, I've never met them before. But, like, I've only heard of one of them, because the rapper, like, when you're doing something great like that, people know you. Yeah, so, she's a crazy rapper. She's dope. So, yeah, so she, the other girl was introducing herself too. She was like, oh my God, this is that, good to know you. So, we started talking about, out of nowhere, this is my first time ever clicking with people or someone, like, that I've never met before. Like, we got the conversation was so deep, you know. Like, I've never actually clicked with anybody like that before, like, ever. So we were just actually talking, you know, we were just deep and everything. Mind you, they were lit. So I'm like, oh, these girls are drunk. You know, like, of course, they're hyped a lot, you know. I love I love drunk people. I'm not gonna lie. They have the best conversations. I'm not gonna lie. They're dope. So yeah, so I'm like, oh, you know, it's just the alcohol, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so as we got, you know, as we kept talking, like, they started, you know, like, telling me some really interesting stuff. They're telling me about my life and everything. They're like, look, I've heard people saying negative stuff about you, and we never really, like, believe them, because we're the type of people that would never believe things unless we, you know, we come across that person and we get to know them first. You know, so I was like, yo, you guys are dope. I would love to have you guys as friends. Like, I want to get close to you guys. You know, we're just talking. And then out of nowhere, like, we start talking about God. You know, they start talking about, like, our dreams, our lives, about God and everything. You know, and the conversation about God got too deep. Like, we start talking. And for me, I am a religious person. I love talking about God, honestly. Like, I love any chance I can get to prophesy, to, like, you know, to prophesy or to, like, share my testimony with people. Bruh, I'm snatching that chance, and I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna talk to you about God. I'm gonna preach to you about God. So yeah. So, you know, we start talking about God and everything, and the conversation was so deep. I'm telling you, it was deep. So we're talking, and at one point, I felt like it wasn't them talking anymore. Like, it wasn't them. It was God actually speaking to me. You know, like, he was speaking to me. He was telling me. Like, I didn't expect to encounter this kind of moment. I did not expect for that to happen at such place, you know? Like, I thought I was just going to go there and turn up and have fun, you know, party or whatever. I did not expect God to actually speak to me like that. Like, you know, it was just... It was so deep. Like, it was deep. You know, like, oh my god, my makeup was on fleek and I'm about to cry. Like, it was so deep. Like, things that they were saying, I knew it wasn't them, because they were speaking about my life. Mind you, they never met me before. They don't know me, but they were talking about my life, the things that I've been through, the things that nobody knows, things that I don't tell people. Like, I don't tell people my life, my personal stories. I never do that. So they were just talking about those kind of things. They were just letting me know. And I was like, you know, like, the whole time in my head, I was like, how do they know? How do they know this? How do they don't know me. How do they know these things about me? Like, things that you don't tell anybody. You never tell a single soul. You know, it was just, that's when I knew that God, that's when I knew that somebody has my back. I knew that God would never forsake me. Like, yeah, I knew that he was always there for me, even though sometimes I felt like he was never there. But I knew, in that moment, I knew who my God is. I know I'm the daughter of the Most High God. I know. And, you know, and I know, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of, like, you know, stepped off. I fell back, all the way back from God. You know, I kind of moonwalked all the way back from God. But, like, for the fact that he, you know, he uses different people. God can use anybody. That's the thing that I realized that day. God can use anybody or anything. God can use. He will do it. He is so powerful. Like, he can use anybody and anything. And the fact that God used them to come to me and tell me the things that they told me, I was so shocked. I was surprised. I was like, oh my goodness, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. This is not, you know, like, wow. I was just surprised. You know, the way God used them, it was just amazing. And honestly, they changed my life. I'm not gonna lie. They told me things, amazing things. You know, things that God has planned for me. They really, really made me, like, have high hopes for 2018. Like, now I know what I gotta do. I know the plans that God has for me, and I am going to do all I can to fulfill them. I'm gonna I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna grab any chance I get, any opportunity I get in life. I will grab it. They know how my heart is. I'll put anybody else before myself, and I always do that. Even when I need help, I put myself aside and I will help you. That's just me. That's the kind of person that I am. And for them to know that, they can see that deep within, they can see it. That surprised me. I was lost of words. I didn't know what to say. I was just crying. I couldn't say anything. I was just crying and crying and crying. Like, my makeup was so bomb, but you know, that stuff that when God is speaking to me, I don't care how I look. I don't care if I look like a weak person in front of them, because I know they know. They, even when they told me the experiences, the things that they've been through, that just shows that no matter what in life, no matter what happens to you, no matter how lonely you feel, just know that God is with you. Sometimes you feel like He's not there. You question God even sometimes. You know, if you're God, if you're, you know, the high power, ultimate power, why am I going through this? Sometimes you question it. Like, we all know that. We all go through phases like that, you know, where we question God. But I learned not to question Him. Always trust His timing. God will put His toughest soldiers, His strongest soldiers through the toughest battles. God will make you so useless. He will break you down to build you up. He will tear you apart to put you back together even stronger. He will do things that you will even doubt Him. But when He puts you back, when He uplifts you, that feeling is incredible. It's unbelievable. It's like, you can't even describe it. It's just amazing, you know. And that's when I learned, like, don't play with God. Don't be half. Don't be part-time. You gotta be full-time with Him. You gotta be full-time with God. And this year in 2018, I am grabbing my blessings. I am taking them in. I am taking them in. No, 2018 is my year, and it's your year to change, to make a difference in your life, to make a difference in someone else's life. 2018 is not honestly, like, I've been feeling like that since my birthday. Since a lot of things took place during my birthday, I was like, that's it, my life is over. But no, God, now it makes sense. Like, He put me through all of this to build me up into the person that I am going to be. You know? I am just so thankful that I got to experience that. I'm so thankful that I met them. I am so thankful, honestly. Like, the things that God can do. Oh, Jesus. The things. It just amazes me. Like, oh my God. You know, 2018 is your year. I'm telling you. Don't play around. Don't play around with your business. Don't play around with your life. Don't play around with your job. Don't play around with nothing. You gotta grab it. You have to grab your blessings. You have to take any chance that's been given to you. Anybody that ever said you won't be anything, you gotta prove them wrong. Anybody that ever doubted you, anybody that ever put you down, anybody that ever tried to steal your blessing, anybody that ever, even your own friends will do that to you. Your own friends will discourage you. Nobody wants to see you do good. And that's what you gotta prove to them, that I am better than what you guys think of me. You know who's my dad? You know, my Father He lives in my Father, my Heavenly Father, my God. My God is an awesome God. My God is an awesome God. You gotta tell Him. You gotta tell Him who you are. You gotta tell them who you are. You gotta prove to them. You gotta stand your ground. You don't let anybody take advantage of you. Don't let anybody ever make you feel useless or worthless. You are worth more than you think. Your life is priceless. You're important. And I really hope that this actually helps you. I hope this touches you, you know, changes your life. You know, it might not be today, might not be tomorrow. I want you to think about what I'm saying right now. And I want you to put that into action. because deep down, you know you have an amazing heart. You know the heart that you have. Can't nobody take that away from you. The person that you are, who you really are, nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can. Don't play around with your life. Don't ever feel like nobody got your back because God has your back. People might be like, you know, I'll support you, this is that. But they sometimes, they fake. Sometimes people be like, I will support you, I will do this for you. But they don't come through. Never, ever depend on any human. It even says that in the Bible, do not depend on humans. Do not. Don't depend on anybody. Depend on God. Nobody can make your dreams come true. Nobody can take you to places. Only God. Only God can move that mountain. You can work hard. You know you can. You know you got it in you. But don't be discouraged. Every day when you wake up, you got to be thankful for who you are, for what you have, and what you're going to be. You got to speak it into reality. You got to make your dreams become reality. Don't just dream it. Don't just speak it. But put it into action. You got to put it into action. Sorry, my camera died. But yeah, as I said, don't set goals that you're not ready to work for. Set realistic goals. Know that you are a child of the Most High God. God is ready to take you places. You just have to be willing to open up to Him. You have to be willing to give Him your heart and allow Him to do His job. You gotta be open to do that. That's my message for you. That's the thing. I'm telling you, I'm ready for this 2018. Nobody and nothing's gonna knock me down. Nobody. And nobody's gonna knock you down. So I really hope this, you know, you take this and do something with it. No. And thank you for watching this. Honestly, thank you. Man, I know I'm about to cry. I'm so emotional. Oh my God.